In Tanzania, music is played everywhere. A passion for it comes from the tribes. There are more than 120 of them in the country, and all of them have different tunes, melodies and instruments. Yet music here is not only for entertainment. It also plays an important role in the country's identity. In colonial times, performances of traditional drumming and dancing encouraged resistance against the colonizers. Nowadays, artists in the same way are encouraging resistance against growing Western music influences. Warema Chacha from Bagamoyo is a well-known litungu player, a traditional instrument of the Kuria tribe. As he's getting old, he's determined to pass his knowledge and love for music onto younger generations to save traditional melodies and instruments from disappearing.
Mara nyingi kama uthamini cha kwako unapotea. Niko na shauri kwamba warudi katika hali ya kutafuta vitu kama hivi. Sisi tuko bila, hata mtu akija mimi ananiambia nimsaidie. Naweza nikamfundisha, vile hata nikamtengenezea chombo kila akakijua, akaenda kufanyia kazi hata bila malipo yoyote. Ili mradi kile kitu kionekane kwamba kipo ni asili yetu ya Kitanzania. Mpango wangu mkuu.
Young musicians from the Zest Spirits band grew up listening to traditional music, and they have a good passion for it. They believe that playing on an instrument like litungu could be a good marketing strategy.
Introduce something new, so that litungu is not really well introduced, and we are the only people we can introduce because we are near with Chacha, and he is our grandfather, so he can inspire us a lot so that we can take it to the worldwide. We play guitar because it's there, you know, but when you go to Europe, to America, you can find some people play guitar and you go run away. But if we go with litungu, and I'll be the king of litungu, and I can introduce it, you know, I can say this is my stuff, this is my instrument.
The Chacha's neighbour is the Zavose family. Kukwe Zavose was a famous musician who played on ilimba, a traditional instrument of the Gogo tribe. After his death, his music is kept alive thanks to his children. His son believes that more people would listen to traditional music if the government introduced such lessons to the schools.
Most of our subjects we learn in school, we study about the Western things. Sometimes it's good to understand and get to know a lot of things going on, but it's good to understand your lute. For me, I have this ilimba, I have this traditional music that I have it every day, so I feel like for me it's my job, to keep it alive for the future generations.
At the Bagamoyo College of Art, classes take place just a stone's throw from the Indian Ocean. It's one of the few places where people can learn real traditional music. The school was founded in 1981 as a training ground for the National Arts Group and created by the first president of Tanzania, Julius Nyerere. His government used art to break down the ethnic differences in the young nation.
This is xylophone. It's a fashion nowadays that when you want to get a good taste of music, you just to mix traditional ones and modern ones, make together. You just look for a traditional melody, then trying to take over with the modern instruments. So the traditional instruments and modern instruments, you can tune following the traditional tune, so that you can make a music that can sound like modern music, but it's a traditional sound.
Even famous musicians from the 70s take lessons in traditional instruments at the Bagamoyo school. A popular Kilimanjaro band, which was established in 1974, is mixing traditional and modern rhythms during its performances. The band plays on Saturdays at the Selander Bridge Club in Dar es Salaam. People of all ages dance to their music until the early morning.
Each tribe has different kind of music. Of course, now it's not that popular. I mean, with the media, but it's quite popular with the people. Yeah, you see it when they have marriages, when they plan anything traditional. That's when it comes out. So music is like it's always there. There's just no way you can think of not having music.
John Kitime is also involved in the Tanzania Heritage Project, a cultural initiative whose aim is to recall traditional musicians like Mr. Chacha. And he hosts a radio show in which he presents music from different tribes and countries.
Nyerere said during the time about preserving the local culture, he said it doesn't mean closing the windows. It was like Mahatma Gandhi's theory. Yeah, that when you have a room that has got you got very nice perfume in your room, but if you lock the windows so that it doesn't go away, the problem is that it will ferment and then start stinking. So you have to keep your room, the windows open, so even air from outside can come in and go out, and that's the best situation.
The Kokodo band from Dar es Salaam has 10 members from 8 different tribes. Through their performing young musicians, they want to show how diverse their traditional music is, and that there is something more than bongo flava, a local version of hip-hop that is played non-stop on the radio.
We see bongo flava, many music talking about love, relationships, breakup, but we want to come different. Instead of young boys and girls in this generation to hear much about love, we want them to hear something different. The main concept of the songs dealing with the problems that happen in our societies. It can be diseases like malaria, HIV. So we based on composing on those stories. And we keep it loud, show people what we are, and it makes sense. And we take those programs to the stage and make people dance. But meantime, we convey the message.
Even Mr. Chacha sometimes listens to young artists and bongo flava songs. He admits that some of them are not so bad, but he doesn't understand why they dress the way they do.
Mtu anavaa suruali na kaa katikati kiuno. Sio utamaduni wetu. Miwani tulikuwa tunafikiria nafaa miwani wale CIA. Wachunguzi wa dunia. Maana mtu anaangalia ili usimuone. Sasa hapa miwani wakati mwingine sasa utapata miwani ya kike, yale safi tu. Hapa miwani ya kike yale safi tu. Hapa na bata nguo kama tangue anaweka hereni. Sasa bali yani mwanangu unafaa hereni sasa. Yani yule bali kwamba wale naombea Mungu awasaidie. Wajue wanachokifanya.
Mr. Chacha also prays to God so that traditional music will not die with his generation. These melodies are simply too beautiful to be forgotten.